go back in.
Make a motion, to enter back in regular session.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Tom, why don't you give the speakers a brief synopsis of what they can do and what they cannot do?
All the citizens wishing to speak. Well, pursuant to our policy, you've got 5 minutes. I don't know who this first speaker is. I guess it's Mr. Barber. Mr. Barber, you'll be given 5 minutes to address the board. The board probably will not ask any questions of you, but they may choose to ask questions. But you'll be given 5 minutes to speak. Obviously, you have to stay on the topic that you designated. I will kind of keep time, so when you come on up, I will keep time for you. I'll try to give you like a notice about a minute or so in, telling you you've got about a minute left to go. Obviously, you're familiar with the policy that was adopted, so obviously the rules of decorum apply. Don't make any disparaging remarks about anyone.
Again, now, we won't put up with any cheering or booing or any backbiting while we're in here. We'll give them total respect, okay? All that.
Thank you very much, and appreciate you allowing me to speak for the board this morning. My name is Don Barber. I am the chairman of the board of directors of the Paulding Chamber of Commerce. The Paulding Chamber is a membership-based organization serving over 600 businesses and other organizations in Paulding County. Our mission is to promote the business community in the county and to provide value to our members through our programming, events, and other resources that ultimately serve to enhance the quality of life in the county. I'm here today to state that the Paulding Chamber fully supports the development and expansion of Silver Comet Field at Paulding Northwest Atlanta Airport. The airport is a tremendous asset for the county, and the development of Silver Comet Field will be a great economic development engine for Paulding County in the future. As you know, the development of Silver Comet Field and the surrounding area that will include aerospace maintenance, operations, and repair, and limited commercial service is expected to generate 2,000 to 3,000 jobs and $350 million for the local economy. These will be high-quality, high-paying jobs that will greatly benefit the county and its residents. With nearly 76% of the workforce leaving the county for work each day, more well-paying jobs like these are greatly needed so that the Paulding County residents will be able to work closer to where they live, thus reducing traffic congestion and thus improving the overall quality of life. 2 international companies have recently chosen Paulding County to open and expand the U.S. locations and are great examples of the types of companies and jobs that we need to attract. Interroll, a Swiss-based company, recently opened its North American Regional Center of Excellence in the new Paulding Commerce Park and will initially employ 70 associates with plans to expand that number of jobs in the future. Ronchi, an Italian-based company, which did cite the airport as the primary reason they chose Paulding County to establish operations here, is bringing 35 new jobs and plans for future growth also. The Paulding Chamber, along with the Paulding County Economic Development Organization, has worked with 7 aerospace companies currently located in Paulding County to create the Aerospace Alliance. These companies have partnered together to seek and win large contracts that they individually would not have been able to secure. The Alliance is also taking an active role in educating Paulding County students about future careers in the aerospace industry. These efforts and examples demonstrate the value of and the great potential that the development and expansion of Silver Comet Field will have for Paulding County. On behalf of the Paulding Chamber of Commerce, thank you for your leadership and hard work to fully develop this great asset to provide for the future economic growth and development that will benefit Paulding County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody got a question for Don? Thank you very much, Don.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have Lawrence Reinhardt.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Ryan. Same thing, I'll let you know about a minute. We've got about a minute left. I'll kind of give you some signal to let you know.
Great, appreciate it. All right, I want to start off with a quote from John F. Kennedy. He stated, "For time and the world do not stand still, change is the new law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. I come here as a private citizen who represents the silent majority of the citizens of Paulding County who are busy at work and are unable to attend these meetings. I'm not representing an outside interest or a large national company such as Delta Airlines. That being said, I want to say thank you for taking a major step towards diversifying Paulding County's business community by introducing a stronger base for the aerospace industry, which, yes, includes commercial airlines. The 2014 fiscal year budget for the airport authority is $293,000, and it's only projected to collect around $60,000 in fees this fiscal year. That means the remaining amount of the $233,000 will be paid for by the taxpayers of this county. We have an infrastructure asset that's being underutilized, and I, for one, am glad that the county has found a company, Propeller Investments, to partner with in an effort to make this airport cost neutral at first and profitable in the near future. The county cannot survive alone on the small amount of mom and pop companies and the retail businesses primarily located in Hiram. Our county officials obviously see this as the case. In 2013, 25% of Georgia's exports were from aircraft parts and aircraft engineering manufacturing. This means the aerospace manufacturing industry contributed $7.8 billion in revenue to the state last year. Passenger air service contributes to the local economy as well. Based on the Georgia Department of Economic Study issued in 2011, there were 9 commercial airports in the state. If you exclude Hartsfield-Jackson, you would see the commercial air service employs 26,000 people and created $3.2 billion in revenue. For those of you who believe the airport will be the next Hartsfield-Jackson, you have been misled. Paulding County purchased 162 acres of the 10,000 plus acres from the city of Atlanta, which the city has owned for the past 40 years. There is a contract with Propeller Investments to develop 60 of those 162 acres for MRO companies. There's no way you can convert an entire 162 acres that Paulding County owns into an airport that would compete with Hartsfield-Jackson, which occupies approximately 6,400 acres. As for the current capacity of the airport, it's not large enough to support more than 5 flights a day. I'm a construction estimator who worked on large infrastructure projects to include building passenger air terminals on several bases throughout Iraq for the Department of Defense and Department of State. I can tell you that the ramp directly outside this building cannot support the movement of more than one Boeing 737 at a time. For an airport to handle 25 flights a day, you would have to build an airport the size of Pensacola Regional Airport, which has 1 terminal building, 1 concourse, 9 gates, 2 runways that are 7,000 feet in length. Conversely, Silver Comet Field has 1 gate, 1 airfield at 5,500 feet. Some of the opposition groups primarily argue against the airport based on emotions or facts they've twisted in such a manner that it will suits their argument. One such example, they've recently stated children were dying from noise pollution caused by commercial aircraft. If this were the case, then why haven't all commercial airports been shut down? I could go on, but I would need another 5 minutes. My last topic today deals with the most recent attempts by the opposition group to cease all National Guard training at the airport. Members of the Georgia National Guard do not specifically come to Silver Comet Field to harass anyone or cause anyone PTSD. These citizen soldiers train at various times of the day to replicate real-life scenarios, one that include inserting an exfilling into a hot LZ, rescuing wounded soldiers and delivering them to combat support hospitals, fighting forest fires, rescuing citizens swept down river by the flash floods, and countless other support activities. I appreciate the Paulding County Board of Commissioners passing Resolution 1408 last week showing the county's continued support of the Georgia National Guard and hope the issue caused by the members of the opposition group can be resolved relatively quickly. I would like to see our citizen soldiers back out here training and demonstrating their talents to all of us who reside in Paulding County. I thank you for your time this morning, and I look forward to speaking to you in the near future.
Thank you, Lawrence. Anybody got any questions for Lawrence? Thank you very much, appreciate it. All right, let's get a motion to adjourn here.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.